Oh no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.
We are distance and distancing due to COVID-19. Hopefully you are too, but we still got the party moving with another wonderful episode of Oh No Girl Yes. And you can finally see us. How do you feel being seen now?
I don't know. I'm never one for the camera, but it's cool.
Okay. Well, some people will still just be listening, and some people will be able to consume this online. If you want to see us talk about this in separate rooms, you can go to Oh No Girl Yes on Facebook, also our YouTube page. And but if you still want to listen on podcast, this is where we are. So today's topic is: if someone lies to you, does that mean they do care about you? Or if someone lies to you, that means they couldn't care about you? Now, the reason why I thought this would be a good topic is because I was thinking about being lied to. And when have I potentially lied to someone? Mm-hmm. And in my thought of lying, I very rarely lie to people because I just have a bad memory, so I'm not going to remember the lie I told. But let's say in the realm of relationships where you might not be 100% honest, are you doing that because you do care about the person? Because if you don't care, you just tell them whatever. It is what it is. But if you care about somebody, does that cause you to potentially lie more? Or does that mean you couldn't care about the person because you are lying?
I don't know, because there are varying degrees of lying.
Well, what's the varying degrees of lying? What's the degrees?
Well, sometimes you do. Just and not even in relationships, just people in general. Sometimes you may omit a truth to protect someone's feelings.
Okay.
Like that. So that's one way. But I think in relationships, if the line we're talking about is a line I'm thinking about, I think it's just totally disrespectful.
Right, but what if they were lying because they did care about you? Like, can you care? It's the whole basic. Can you care about somebody if you're lying to them?
I've had men say that they lied to me because they didn't want to hurt my, or because they care. I don't know about that.
I know I have said to people, like, as a joke, I'm like, no, I promise you I'm telling the truth. I don't care about you enough to lie to you yet. And I guess there is some truth in that. If I don't care, it is what it is. I'm not trying to soften it for you. I'm not trying to omit anything based on your feelings.
Yeah, that's true. That's
right?
true. You have to be more careful with the truth when you care about someone. That doesn't necessarily mean
about the person that I know of that lied to me the most. So do you have somebody that you've dated or someone you've been in a relationship with that they actually are the biggest liar you've ever dated?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. So think about that person. We never name names here. But
right.
I have two that come to mind when I think about the biggest liar cats. Mm-hmm. One was in college and lied about having kids already. And already had 2 kids by 2 different moms.
That was the same kind of lie of mine, yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. So that was a lie happened in college. And then the most recent lie I've discussed is a sociopath who had a whole entire family that he forgot to mention.
Okay, so my lie is pretty similar because it was a guy that he didn't lie about having kids. He lied about having 2 kids.
Okay.
And he lied about.
He told you he had one
child, okay. An older child, but he had a brand new baby too, and that's probably why he lied. And he also lied about his living arrangements because apparently they were all living together with the baby mama and one big happy family. Okay. So that's a big lie. That's
he was still trying to date you? Like, were y'all already in a relationship? Yeah. Was he on a new part of trying to pursue you, or y'all were already dating?
You mean when I found out about the lie?
Yeah.
No, we were already dating. I guess not dating for real, but it was just like not exclusively. We weren't together like that, but we were on the verge. I mean, we had been hanging out a lot before then.
But you knew he had a child. You did not know he had 2 childs and a baby
mama in the same house. Yeah.
And so how did you find out?
He eventually told me, oh, that's what happened, because we were going to take it a step further, but he was like, I need to tell you some things.
And how far down the road from beginning to the telling was it? Like, how much time had gone? Like months, weeks, days?
No, it was probably a couple of months. Okay. But the reason being is, and people are like, how could you know? Because I'm very private and I keep to myself and I don't mind hanging out with people. But a lot of times, especially at that time, I wouldn't go to people's houses. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like it was just, So it was very easy for him to do that. But I would talk to him while he was at home. I couldn't understand how we had a conversation. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know how.
So, but okay, so let's pause it right there. Do you think he just liked you so much and that's why he had to lie to you? Or do you think he cared nothing about you and that's why he was lying to you?
No, I think he liked me, but no, man.
So what?
I do think he liked me.
What was the motivation?
Trying to be, huh?
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, is it that he met you, although he already had a situation, but you were just so great and wonderful, he just couldn't resist pursuing you, and so he lied to you because he was crazy about you or because he liked you?
Well, yeah, and that's fine, but it still doesn't make it right to me. It didn't make us any better. I'm like, no, dude, you lied.
So that was the end of the relationship. Was it the end of the relationship because he lived with a baby mom and had 2 kids, or was it the end of the relationship because he lied about it?
Both.
Okay.
Both. How can I have a relationship with somebody who lives with their baby mama and their kids like a family of 4?
Well, you had been doing it.
But I didn't know. And
right,
so
that's what I'm saying. So now that you know, so now what's different? You still talking to him at home? You still hanging out with him? You still enjoying time with him?
Please, no.
No, I ain't saying that would be the answer. But I'm just saying, so many times.
No, because he when he told me about it, he was like, and it would have been different had they. It probably wouldn't have been much different had they had their separate lives, and this was, you know what I mean? Like if she was dating other people and they just had an arrangement where they lived together. I don't know. Still would have been weird, but maybe. But
what if it was just that he lied about having 2? What if it was just that he told you he had 2, but he didn't live with the baby mama and they weren't still together? Would you have been okay with that?
He just lied about the amount of kids he had?
Yeah.
Because the baby was so young, I probably would have understood that better. But the baby mama living in the house was just too much. That was too much for me.
No, that's.
I probably would have with the baby. I don't know. I would have been mad, but I might have gotten over it. You know, if he could have assured me that they weren't together anymore. You know what I mean? Right. But
I'm thinking about the guy that lied about his whole extra family on me in the last few years. And sometimes I think based on our conversations, based on our time together, based on just how much we shared and how much we talked, I sometimes wonder, did he just meet me and I was just so amazing and wonderful that he concocted this whole lie to tell me because he cared so much about me? Or is it this person ain't care nothing about me because he lied about everything he ever said?
Yeah. So where did you come up?
This idea came from? It's like, do people lie to you because they care, or do they lie to you because they don't care?
I mean, I guess if you put it like that, because I'm thinking about my situation, I know he was doing it because he liked me, first of all.
So do you get over a lie when you know the motivation of it?
No, I didn't get over it. I mean, we don't date anymore now. But that was the whole point, because you lied to me.
Right, but I'm saying in general context, if you feel like you know the motivation behind somebody's lie, does that change the tone of the lie? Like if they say, well, I didn't want to hurt you, or I didn't want to put no more on your plate because I know you had a lot going on, whatever it is.
No, it doesn't change it for me, because it's still a lie at the end of the day, and it's like, it's deceitful, it's dishonest, and no. I mean, I wasted my time, because if I had known in the beginning, you're right, I wouldn't have even fooled up with him. Like, what do I look like? So that was a waste of time.
I look like another baby mama. Might have looked like a sister wife. You don't know. People have strange arrangements nowadays.
No.
So when have you lied to someone? Have you ever lied to someone in the context of dating and you lied to them about something?
Let's see. I probably have. I'm trying to think of a scenario where I had to lie, or I thought I had to lie.
I think if I had to, like I said, I generally don't lie because I have a bad memory. But if I was going to say that I did lie about anything, it would be something like, I do like you.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be hard.
I might have been trying to tell somebody that I wanted to be with them when I probably didn't want to be with them anymore, like trying to convince them. But the fact that I'm even having to convince them, I probably already knew I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. I've done that.
I lied in that way.
I probably did that with Tight Pants a little bit now that I think about it. You know what I mean?
About it.
But I was confused though. It wasn't like I was like intentionally trying to.
No, with tight pants, I remember that because even though I felt like you didn't like him based on how you were responding, you thought it might have meant that you liked him so much. That's how you were responding.
Or I wasn't used to, because overall he was a good guy.
Right.
And he did the right things. He did things that I asked him, like, so what's wrong with me? I kind of internalized it, like, why am I'm the problem here? Because apparently he's a good guy. He wants to be with me. It's what I've asked people to do. Be honest with me from the beginning about your intentions. His intentions were the same as mine, but you gotta like him at the end of the day. And that's what I didn't have. And I think I tried to force it, and that didn't work out.
So looking back, you can say I was lying to him saying that I liked him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But did you do that? But that wasn't motivated by you caring about him. It was motivated on you just trying to see for yourself.
Trying to figure it out.
But I mean, I think in the context of relationships, I mean, you probably lie more often than not. And as you said, there are varying degrees to lying. It might be, yes, I already put the clothes in the dryer, and you got to run home and put them in the dryer before they get home and you hit dinner. Yeah. Or it could be, yes, I made that phone call, or yes, I paid that bill. And it's different things that will cause somebody to lie. But when you start lying about whole humans that exist,
and then like, your own flesh and blood. Like, why would I ever want to be with someone who acted like they didn't have another child? Like, that's just some low down, dirty type.
Another child and another wife and
Well, she wasn't his wife, but still.
But I'm talking about my situation.
Yeah. No, because your thing, child.
Well, don't make me feel worse. I didn't get over it. Like, ooh, yours was the worst thing ever. How would you ever live again? But like I said, when I thought about that situation, I thought about the fact that it still was one of the best relationships I was ever in, even though the whole thing was 100% a lie.
You had that outlook on the back end, and I think my outlook would have been the same. I mean, would have been different. We had that conversation in one of our other episodes about how, just because a relationship goes south, does that take away from the joy that was the relationship?
Right.
And it does for me when I look back at it. Like I can't separate one from the other. But
well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the experience is already had. So I can't have the experience. I can't unhappy emotions. Now I can't move forward in that same vein because I have new information, but I can't unfeel what I already felt. That time is already come and gone. So when I look back on it, I remember what I felt.
I take all my feelings back. You can't have none of my feelings.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can't realistically take your feelings back. If you think about all the people that have been married and gotten divorced, I'm sure they ain't nowhere having no warm, fuzzy feelings about their ex now. But if you go back to your wedding day, how can you not remember being in love and seeing forever with this person? Or go back to the engagement or to the courtship. When you go back to that memory, that's still the feeling you had. You don't have it now. Right?
Yeah, it's tainted.
No, it's tainted because you know the end of the story now. Think about when you go back and watch a movie and you say, I need to go see this movie again, because now that you know the end of the story, something that you saw earlier, you would process it differently. Now that you know the end. So now that you, at the divorce lawyers thing, you might look back at the wedding and say, you know what? I knew that day I should have said it.
Yeah.
Hindsight is the only perfect science. Can you get over a lie in any context? I mean, like we said, varying degrees. People lie about different things. If you find out somebody lies to you, no matter what it was on the scale, are you able to forgive them for the lie and continue the relationship? And this can be for a man, friendship, family member, whatever. Can you get over a lie?
I can always forgive someone for a lie. I believe it or not. And it doesn't matter the scale of it. But depending on the scale will determine our relationship moving forward.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can forgive a lie. I mean, I don't like to.
I have a hard time forgiving a lie.
Yeah, because you're right about that. And that's funny because we're different about that, but you would think we would be the opposite.
Well, because I just feel like I'm so easy to tell the truth to, in my mind.
You're very truthful, you're very open, and so in
my mind, I feel like just offer me the truth. I'm gonna do what I want to do with it either way.
Yeah.
But if you don't even offer it to me, it's hard for me to continue any kind of anything with you. Because now it's like, well, what are we even talking about?
I don't have to continue a relationship, but I can forgive the lie. I can forgive it and move on. That's just forgiveness.
I lie and say I forgive to, be all Jesus-like, but I don't think I'm really great at forgiving. I think I should be forgiving. I think people have had to forgive me, and so I believe in the concept of it. I just don't know that I'm that great at it.
It takes time. It takes time. It's not something you just get over, and yeah. I think it's a one of those. My pastor always says, something about action first and then feelings follow, or something. I can't think of it right now. I don't know why, but it's something along those lines where you just take the action and say, "Hey, I forgive you," and then eventually your feelings will catch up to that. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know that I ever get to the point where I get to say I forgive you. It's just once they lie.
You don't even have to say it to them, though. You just say, you know what, I forgive that person. They, whatever, and move on.
And so you feel like you do that quickly and easily?
No, not always. No. I'm not saying that.
I was about to lay the table.
I got a ball in it for a minute. You got a mold in that thing.
I was gonna say, because that's a big part of your petty. That's a big part of your petty.
Yeah, no, I mean, I won't forget. I will forgive though.
But if you don't forget, does that mean you forgave if you ain't forgetting it?
No, because the reason I say I won't forget is because if you tell a lie so huge that it affects a great part of me, I can forgive you for it. But when I see you, I'm going to be careful about, our interaction. I'm not going to allow you to get that close to me again to hurt me in that way. Period. So that's the whole thing about the relationship. You don't have to keep a relationship with someone who's done you wrong that you've forgiven.
So forgiving just means I'm not holding that one moment over you, but I'm not going to have another moment with you.
Right. Right. And that's what you really don't have to. If this is somebody so horrible that you don't ever want to communicate with again, you don't have to reach out to them and say you forgive them. You can tell yourself, I forgive them, and move on.
And you feel like you do that more often than not?
Once I get there.
I'm just checking. I just want to just make sure what you
once I get there. Yes. Like with the last guy.
Okay.
I've forgiven him. And I probably have room for him to forgive me as well. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Why didn't say nothing?
I don't like your face right now.
I forgot you can see me. You have forgiven the last guy.
I have. That doesn't mean I have to reach out to him ever again. That doesn't mean I have to answer the phone for him ever again. But I'm not going to be sitting around here worried about what he's doing.
I received it.
I'm being honest right now. For real. I've forgiven him.
Well, the last time I asked you about him, I promise you it was the last time I would have ever asked you about him. So
right.
For the record, I did not bring up the last guy just now for you to say that.
You did.
But last time I did, I would say you would not have said that.
Maybe not. I told you it takes time. Okay. It takes time. But yeah, I'm not in a space where I will give him any more of my anger.
Right. I get that. So I'm trying to think, is there anybody that I need to forgive? Because they don't even exist no more. So, and you laughing because it's somebody that I should forgive. I mean, because think about it. Does somebody have to be contrite or want forgiveness for you to forgive them? Or because they don't care that they did it? So what I look like,
I really think forgiveness. We didn't started a whole nother conversation, but
okay, forgiveness is for the person who forgives, and
I really think forgiveness is about you. Mm-hmm. It's about your release, and then whatever happens after that is whatever.
Well, I feel like I release. It's not that I forgive, but I release. Like I have never had another thought about you again in life. So we'll just change the name on it and say, sure, I be forgiving people all the time.
Yeah, that's a form of forgiveness, I think.
Easy peasy. Never to happen again. All right, so the last thing I'm going to ask you about lying is, do you think lying is bad?
In general, yes.
In general, but do you think lying is bad?
Yes, lying is bad. Lying is bad.
Even if it could save a feeling. Mm-hmm. That's still bad. It's still bad to lie.
It's still bad. I think, yeah. I think
No, I'd rather have a hard truth than an easy lie any day of the week. Just go ahead.
I used to tell guys that I'd rather you hurt my feelings with the truth than crush my spirit with the lie, because the lie is spirit crushing.
Right.
Because like, we had this connection, and it's like you don't even respect me enough, which goes back to, well, maybe I like you.
Did you do it because you do like me?
I take a lie. Certain lies is you didn't respect me enough to tell me the truth. And it's like you spend these times with these, like with the guys, you know, we talked about. You spend this time with them, and it's like they know something you don't know. That's really embarrassing. It's like, you know. What I mean?
Like so it's like you've been made a fool of.
Yes. I feel kind of
on some level, yeah. But see, ultimately, I feel like if you lied to me and you gone, you the fool. Oh well.
Yeah,
you might have done it from over there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna work on forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Actions lead, feelings follow. I don't know. That's killing me that I can't figure out what that phrase.
I'm sure your pastor is happy you misquoted him so poorly.
2 weeks now.
All right, so we're testing out some new things. So let us know how this worked for you. Leave us a comment. Oh no, girl, yes. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Oh no, girl, yes. We won't always necessarily have to do it this way, right?
Patreon page. Sorry.
Yeah, you'll have to talk about that. I don't. You better talk about it. Subscribe to our Patreon page. There you go.
Patreon /. No, Patreon.
All right, but this might be our new thing. We might never have to see each other again.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Patreon.com / oh no girl yes. So then I'm done. Okay, because I didn't get it out.
Subscribe.
Yeah, that. $2 for now.
All right. So we really can't talk about any upcoming events or anything because we're just living in a pandemic. Again, we hope you are taking all of the social distancing recommendations to heart. I saw something the other day that says people think quarantine means just don't be around people you don't know. That's not what quarantine means. It means self-isolate. You're at your house by yourself. I'm at my house by myself. Well, I have my dogs here. And we just got to get through it. So hopefully we'll see you sooner than later.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about this.
Yeah. We'll let you know what we think about it too. This is our public debut.
Yeah. That's okay. What it is.
Oh no, he didn't.
Girl, yes he did.